Hi everyone, it's Teresa Green from Slow Paths Wellness, and this is Mindful Monday. Today I have a really simple Mindful Monday, and it's based on some information that I read in the book The Telomere Effect, and I'll put a link to that book in the comments. But it was talking about ways to improve the way our DNA functions in our body, because DNA, you're born with your DNA, but how it expresses changes a lot based on lifestyle factors. And they're all the lifestyle factors most people already know about: good diet, good sleep, good exercise, avoiding toxic exposures, having a good support system, and having sort of a meditative approach, or a time where you kind of check in with yourself and are able to be calm. So the one point I wanted to give you today is one of the things that they strongly recommended was starting each day on a positive note. And there was a study mentioned in the book, and I can't remember all the details right this moment, but in the book they found that people who woke up each morning thinking today's going to be a good day, I think it was literally, that was like the quote, that they did much better in overall health than people who didn't do that, who woke up thinking, oh boy, here we go, gotta get up and get going. It just made a huge difference in their day. It made a big impact on me, and so I've tried very hard, and it's always a work in progress, but I've tried very hard when I wake up, even if my first thought is, oh, I'm stiff, or oh, it hurts, or oh, I hear the rain. I've tried really hard to, as soon as I possibly can remember, to have the consciousness and the mindfulness of it, to say, today's going to bring something good. And I don't know about the long-term health benefits in myself because we haven't tested it yet, and who knows whether, I'm not a control group, I'm not a double-blind study, but I do know that my days are so much more pleasant now because I wake up feeling hopeful. I wake up looking forward to something. So one way you can do that is just a real quick thing, and I'm always telling people this, is to give yourself a moment, sit still, take a few nice breaths. And if you're not a morning person and you have a hard time cultivating a real happy attitude about the morning, try to remember a time when you really looked forward to something. It could be when you were a child, let's say like on your birthday, and you knew cool things were going to happen today, or sometime when you're getting ready to go on a trip and you're looking forward to that process, or someone you really care about is coming to visit, and how you have that sense of anticipation. So sit for a moment and just imagine that sense of anticipation in your body, what it feels like. How does that feel? I know for me, when I feel that, I kind of feel a little bit of like a spring kind of going up in my chest and epigastrium, and I kind of just feel this sort of need to kind of go so just that, and I smile, I feel this smile kind of bubble up, I feel bubbly, and for me that's what anticipation feels like, what happy anticipation feels like. So find out it, kind of imagine it in yourself and see sort of how it feels to you. And now we're just going to take a few moments and we're just going to feel that happy anticipation, and then try to remember, put yourself in the mind that when you wake up in the morning, you'll just give yourself a moment for that happy anticipation and tell yourself, today's going to be a good day. Now, 100% of your days will probably not be good days. We all have big and little things that happen that make days problematic, and sometimes it's just a tiny portion of the day that you allow to overshadow it all, and sometimes it's just a really awful day. And that's not good, but that's normal. But if you start your day thinking, I expect good things today, your mind will hear that and it'll be looking for good things. So you'll be more likely to experience the good things that the day gives you than if you wake up thinking today's going to be awful and I'll be glad when it's over. Because then, again, you'll have that confirmation. Every time you look at something, it won't be, oh, I get to take a moment and take a breath when there's a line at the grocery store. It's, I gotta wait for all these slow people. So being able to set your mindset, and not to a false positivity, not where you're ignoring things that actually you need to process, not ignoring emotions. It's okay to be irritated or sad or unhappy or fearful. That's part of life, and that's something when you have that come to you, you should feel it. But You can also have your brain ready to be able to reframe things so that you're not just stuck in that feeling. So let's go back to our happy anticipation, and we're going to take, let's say 7 breaths. 7 breaths. And as we do that, just try to get deeper into that feeling of a happy anticipation of what the day will bring. So we're going to start now, and I'll just kind of smile out there at you while we do it. And as you do it, just notice how that feels. Notice where you feel this anticipation. Notice how you look forward to things. Remember the feeling, I'm looking forward to good things. I'm expecting to see good things. I have room in my life for good things. So give yourself a couple more breaths of that. And now as you start getting ready to go back into your day-to-day life, just give yourself permission to notice the things that are good and to not necessarily give as much weight to the things that are bad, especially the things that are more inconveniences than really big problems. So for my case, I have a printer. When the printer won't print, I'm going to try to look beyond that and say, okay, it's a beautiful day. This is a chance for me to practice patience. And whether I'm successful or not, the effort makes a difference in how your brain works and how your health expresses itself and how your immune system functions. So even if you still are kind of cranky about things, you've made an effort, and that effort will bear fruit. Each time you make the effort to be on the positive side of things in a way that's real and authentic, not fake, your body will respond to that in a positive way, and it'll have a cumulative effect of having a lot more enjoyable life. So have a lovely day on this Mindful Monday, and I will see you next week.